What's the goddamn button? What's the goddamn button?
Do y'all remember DoorDash Girl, the 23-year-old woman from New York who filmed her naked customer inside his own home and then posted it all over the internet for sympathy? Well, this week, a grand jury voted to verify and uphold the charges against her. Yes, she was arrested. So 23-year-old Olivia Henderson from Oswego County, New York, was a DoorDash driver when she received an order. She went to drop the order off, and instead of just putting it at the door like the customer said, she decided to open up the man's door and ended up seeing him inside his own home, passed out on his couch naked. Then, instead of just closing the door and leaving the food at the door, Olivia decides to pull out her phone and start recording. And this is where the crime was committed. She alleged that this man sexually assaulted her, which that's not sexual assault, but anywho, she alleged that he sexually assaulted her and then posted the video all over the internet, posted several videos, in fact, and attempted to get sympathy from people. Now, the internet was pretty split. Some people agreed with her that he did sexually assault her and agreed that he did this intentionally, that maybe he wasn't even really asleep, that he wanted her to see him naked on that couch. And then reasonable people said you should have just left the food at the door like he told you to, and you would have never even seen him. I mean, I know I definitely made a video on this, and I was like, the mere fact that you decided that filming him was the best route to go here ends it all. So yeah, she's being charged with a crime for doing that. Haven't seen much of her on the internet ever since then, but who knows? She's been charged, and the grand jury is upholding those charges. So she will be prosecuted for this crime that she committed. And I think that's a good thing, because Gen Z has to learn that not everything is an offense to you. I feel like Gen Z takes everything that someone does personally. And it's meant to be like, oh, you committed some kind of crime because I don't like that you did that. No, everything isn't a crime. Everything isn't an offense to you. Sometimes shit just happens. And instead of crying foul and playing the victim, you need to learn how to just deal. This is life. But the lesson in all of this is that not everything is for the internet. Okay? Filming that man and then posting his naked body on the internet, now you're the predator. You're the predator now. Like, what are we doing here? Somehow she was able to find in her mind that he sexually assaulted her by laying inside his own home naked on his own couch. That was sexual assault. She was able to put that connection together. But for some reason, she didn't see anything wrong with filming him in his own home naked and then posting it on the internet. Gen Z, I love y'all for a lot of reasons. I like the fact that you guys advocate for yourself. I like the fact that you guys stand up for yourselves. I like the fact that you guys aren't afraid to speak out when systems are not working. I don't like the victim mentality. I also don't like what social media has done to your brains, but that's a whole nother story. Anywho, Iceman, May 15th.
Shout out to this woman right here who gave that breakdown. Secondly, I want to say that I don't advocate for anybody's privacy being invaded. I don't believe in exploiting women. Damn sure don't condone exploiting men, even though we don't treat it fair or as equal as we would if it was on the flip side. I don't support it whatsoever. To be honest with you, a lot of y'all was in my comment section when I dropped my original reaction to this, and you had some real mean things to say, and I had to break it down to elementary terms, because y'all have this mentality that if it's a woman, you're just going to automatically believe everything that she said just because she's a female. As if history hasn't shown us that y'all are very, very diabolical, sneaky, and nefarious. Now, personally, what I saw and what I believe happened was that she saw an opportunity to play victim and expose this man, ruin his reputation and everything, while also building her own brand off of it, because social media is what everything to these kids these days. She wanted to go viral, and she wanted people to feel bad for her while also brandishing a new audience at the expense of ruining this man's whole life. That's what I always thought off the rip. Like I said, if he was actually guilty, they would have proved it. We already have this thing where we don't trust the judicial system anyway, and it's always in favor of men. So for them to have confidently concluded that they're going to follow through with these charges against her tells me that this was more than just about her feeling entitled or feeling as if he was doing something wrong against her. First of all, that man is in his own property. He could dress and wear whatever the hell he want in his space. You opened the door purposely and started recording because you already knew, oh shit, this naked man, I'm a pasty old white girl. They're definitely going to believe me over him because look at this and look at me. And yeah, that's what you thought. And it backfired. And the problem with this story is not just her specifically, is how many women get away with doing things like this. And there aren't cameras or evidence to physically prove that they're in the wrong. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a case study for why it is important for us as an adult, as men specifically, to be more careful with who you entertain and make sure that you have things set in position to cover your tracks just in case something like this happens. I'm glad she's being held accountable. Good. She deserves it. She earned it. It's that attitude and that privilege that y'all have that is going to keep getting y'all in trouble. So y'all too used to getting away with it. Well, she's not. Y'all still think she's innocent, huh? They proved that she isn't. What do y'all got to say about it? What do you have to say about females like her who do stuff like this?